So please don't judge me, and I won't judge you, 'cause it'll get ugly before it get beautiful. So please don't judge me, and I won't judge you, 'cause it will get ugly before it get beautiful.
Have you ever been called one of these words? Teenage girls in Philadelphia struggle with being labeled as one of these negative stereotypes. Success has become harder to reach for young girls living in North Philadelphia due to a number of obstacles. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Education, there were 2,371 high school dropouts, of which 990 were female in the 2012 through 2013 school year. In a survey of 10 major cities, Philadelphia ranked highest for sexually active high school students at 46%. In the same survey, Philly ranked highest in the percentage of girls in violent relationships and being forced to have sex. However, there are many organizations striving to empower and make a difference in the lives of young women in Philadelphia. Empowering Youth to Evolve offers a workshop called Princesses of Philadelphia, also known as POP. Nikisha Morgan, the founder of POP, originally worked as a social worker with young boys in group homes. However, after connecting with the school district's teen parenting program, she saw a need to encourage young women to be themselves.
Our mission at POP right now is to pretty much strive to be who you want to be, not who you think you see. So when you look in the mirror and people are telling you who you are, is that really who you are, or is it who you're thinking about someone deep down in? So just pretty much be who you want to be. Strive to be who you want to be, not what other people see or what you think you may see.
Although not every member of POP lives in North Philadelphia, they have observed the negative actions in that neighborhood.
I was always scared to come on Cecil B. Morris. I was like, all right, so I guess I'm going to try this out. Because I recently just moved to North Philly on Allegheny. So I came to the Martin Luther King Center. I wanted to experience more sisterhood because I'm in other programs, but you really don't get that. And because it's like a small program, you really get to interact with the other girls.
Nikisha specifically chose the Martin Luther King Recreation Center in North Philadelphia as the location of the program because of its close proximity to a troubled young female population.
I mean, it's not a secret. North Philadelphia is an area where people kind of look down upon. It's like, oh, it's high impoverished. People don't really want to come in, just like how Saviana said when she was moving from Southwest to come to Allegheny. It was just like, whoa, I don't really want to be there. But you don't want to kind of stigmatize the area. You want to build it up. This is our community, and we need to take it back.
At POP, Nikisha teaches young women life lessons and how to be able to handle them in real-world situations.
Right now, we work off of a curriculum called Be Proud, Be Responsible, where we're doing preventative measures for teen pregnancy prevention because we know that's prevalent in our communities. Health and nutrition, trying to teach them how to eat healthy, work out, trying to get Zumba to come in and kind of get them moving to be fit.
For the girls participating at POP, they learn how to communicate with other females like themselves.
I learned how to carry myself. I learned how a man should treat me. I should be treated like a queen. If he's going to treat his mom like a queen, he needs to treat me like a queen.
When I come here, I'm excited for everybody to come. We go to movies that we can watch that relates to our situation.
Some of the young women in POP views the program as a second home where there's no judgment.
Miss Keisha nice. I look up to her she could be my mom because me and my mom don't really have a good relationship. So I come here and I ask Keisha stuff that I want to ask my mom, or I tell her stuff that my mom don't know. So I really look up to her. I like her.
It's a lot of fun, and you get to talk about all your problems. It's whatever stays in this room is stays in here. So it feels really good to know that.
Nikisha said it's important to focus on letting the girls explore the world outside of their neighborhood.
The importance of empowering them is to just pretty much not let them leave here the same way they came in, and just letting them grow from whatever they may learn in the amount of the 9 months that we spend together. Just allowing them to explore different things and see different things, because a lot of these young girls may not have even been outside of their communities. North Philly, they have the same grocery store, the same sneaker store. They might not have been on the other side of Broad Street. The fact that we go to the Wells Fargo Center for basketball games, some of them may not have even been to a sporting event. The fact that we can go to museums, they may not have even been to, Franklin Institute, the art museum. The fact that we went to Washington, D.C. was a big trip, and they were able to see Georgetown, University. So that was pretty big. So just trying to give them other experiences.
Being a member at POP has affected many of the young women in this program, changing their negative actions into positive ones.
If I never found this program, I wouldn't be so open and so willing to try new things. I would just be mad all the time because sometimes I come here straight from school and I'd be like, well, somebody said this to me and I didn't like how they said it, and instead of popping off and, fighting her or something like that, I just brushed it off and I can come here and I can vent. And then I'll be cool by the time I get home.
It changed a lot of me because now I know what to do, and I know what not to say when I get to school, and if people bother me, just ignore them, so I know what to say.
POP offers a positive, non-judgmental atmosphere for any young women searching for guidance and better communication with other teenage girls in their situations.
To be a princess of Philadelphia is how to take care of yourself and how to not beat up yourself about so many things that's not necessary. Have higher self-esteem and just be a princess.
You see a sister struggling with something, you're there to pick her up and not down her. We're not judging anyone. We're just pretty much there to help one another out, but more so just having that badge of confidence and loving who you are.
And you don't gotta put up a guard or try to act like you tough, because none of us girls is like that. We come off real good and cool. We all girls, growing up in the hood, trying to make it out. So I would just say that you come through the door, whatever you was dealing with before you came here, just drop it and, just pick up a new slate.
Another organization empowering young girls in Philadelphia is Girls Rock Philly. It focuses on teaching young girls how to express themselves through musical performance. Dion Faglizzo, the program director, recognizes the importance of providing a safe environment for young girls to be themselves and to feel accepted.
Girls Rock Philly is pretty special because it's a program where we can explore what it means to be a girl. So there's no one definition of what it is to look like a girl, to talk like a girl, to sound like a girl, to dress like a girl. That's totally free and open, and I think that there aren't a ton of places like that.
Dion said music can have a positive effect on teenage girls by making them feel good about themselves.
I think that music is a really amazing thing. The act of playing an instrument and hearing the sounds that your instrument is making out in the world is really empowering. It's a really fun and exciting thing, but it also just makes you feel like you have a lot of power in yourself. And then when you take that and then you have to do it with somebody else and figure out how to collaborate with somebody else, I think that you have to use leadership skills, you have to be compromising, you have to understand, you have to communicate, you have to do all these things that I think are really important for succeeding in the world and for also making the world a better place.
Antonina is a senior at Northeast High School who participated in one of Girls Rock Philly's music programs. Although she knew how to play an instrument, she says she was able to collaborate with other girls creatively.
Sometimes they had different programs and setups where we actually set up drum sets. It impacted me because I realized that it is something really great for women to have an empowering space to be themselves without being judged mentally and physically.
At Girls Rock Philly, they give young girls an opportunity to learn the skills of the rock genre with no stereotypes attached.
I think we help girls know that they can come here and feel comfortable to be who they are and even explore who they are. And they might not have to know that, when they walk in the door, but maybe they meet somebody or they see a poster on the wall and they're like, oh, who is that? And they get inspired.
This is the only program in Philly that I'd say that empowers girls through rock music, because it's really hard for girls especially to get into music, especially hard rock, because everyone just judges you. A lot of girls I guess would be more lost until they got out of high school, because that's where initially all the drama starts. Everyone just starts looking at you, how differently you dress. But once you go to Girls Rock Philly, you're kind of just in a space where everyone accepts you for who you are.
Antonina and her band Jane Doe were asked by Girls Rock Philly to perform live at their winter showcase.
We actually got to play right after a week of practice. They were like, oh yeah, you guys want to do a show? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Well, we literally practice almost every other day. After school we would go until about 8 p.m. from 5 to 8, and like practice and write songs. Because it was like really last minute for us, and we're just like, all right, well, we can get this done.
In the future, Dion hopes that Girls Rock Philly will expand across the city and provide a safe place for young creative girls in Philadelphia.
I'd like to see Girls Rock Philly grow more. I'd like to see us in different parts of the city, so that maybe we have a location in West Philly or a location in North Philly. I think girls need this program for a lot of reasons. I think a place where they can feel safe, where they can feel like they're not going to be judged and there's not going to be expectations for them to act in a certain way, and a place where they can make music also. And like a lot of times girls are expected to be like a singer or dress a certain way if they're going to be a performer, and we want girls to be able to look all kinds of ways or play all kinds of music, play the bass, play the drums, like be a DJ, do any kind of music that they want, and not feel like that has to be one sort of way.
Whether it's picking up an instrument or freely expressing your feelings out loud, the skills taught at these two organizations are empowering teenage girls in Philadelphia. Both programs are teaching these young women to embrace who they really are and not what people label them as.
I made mistakes before, but I know I'm not perfect. It's okay, 'cause who would have a dream?
Educated,
confident, talented,
Beautiful.
unique.